At the moment, a highly anticipated interview with a prominent player has left Steelers fan clubs. Earlier today, this athlete finally broke his silence, and with his words, he provided a rare glimpse into his off-season mindset. It's been quite a while since we last heard from him, and many questions have lingered in the air. What's been the hold-up? Why the extended delay before making a decision on the 2025 season? And more importantly, could we see him in Pittsburgh this coming season as the starting quarterback? These are just a few of the topics he tackled head-on during the interview. The athlete made sure to address several key questions that have been circulating for months, explaining why things have taken longer than expected. However, there was one thing he emphasized right from the start. It wasn't about waiting for other teams, nor was it a financial issue. There was no drama involving contract negotiations or his relationship with the Steelers. His situation, it turns out, is much more personal. He spoke at length about the personal matters he's been dealing with in his life, which, for the time being, have demanded his full attention. It's clear that his primary focus right now is not football, but his private life. He explained, "The challenges I'm facing outside of football within my personal circle need my attention right now. I'm not holding anyone hostage here. I'm not dragging my feet just to create drama. I've always been upfront with everyone about my mental state and the personal limitations I've been dealing with, which need to be prioritized. I don't want to be disrespectful to the Steelers players, whether veterans or newcomers. I'm just going through a tough time in my personal life, and right now, that takes precedence." This statement, in my opinion, seems very genuine. There's no doubt he's facing significant personal challenges that require his full attention before he can make a full commitment to the Steelers or any other team. He's made it clear that when he does commit, it will be with everything he has, and right now, he simply can't give that. What's even more telling is that he emphasized this is not a case of playing the waiting game with other teams. It's not a strategy to hold out for better offers or a bigger deal, nor is it about making sure he's the highest paid player on the market. For him, this is about resolving things on a personal level before he can fully focus on football. And to further explain his situation, he gave us a bit more insight into his private life, without getting into specifics, of course. "I've made it clear from the beginning that I'm dealing with some personal issues right now. These are things that I need to address before I can move forward in my football career. It's not about money. It's not about teams or contracts. I'm just in a place where I need to focus on things that are a bit bigger than football," he said. The importance of personal matters in the life of an athlete is often overlooked. But this transparency, I believe, goes a long way in helping fans understand where his mind is right now. This isn't a negotiation tactic, nor is it a delay caused by indecision about his team options. He genuinely has things he needs to take care of before he can give his all to the sport. It makes sense. After all, anyone who has gone through personal struggles knows that you can't fully commit to anything else when there are issues that demand your attention first. He also mentioned that he's aware of the speculations that have been circulating in the media. And, like any athlete with a strong circle of close family and friends, he made it clear that most of what people think they know about him is completely wrong. "I don't have leaks. My circle is tight. I'm not out here sharing stuff just to share. That's not my style," he said. This was his way of addressing all the rumors that have popped up over the past few months, many of which have been based on incorrect information. His message here was straightforward. If it doesn't come from him or from someone in his inner circle, then it's probably not true. One of the biggest rumors that he was quick to dismiss was the idea that he's waiting for a specific team to come calling. There's been speculation for a while now that he's holding out for one particular team, which he himself discredited. Some people have said I'm waiting for a spot with a certain team. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. I've had no communication with them, and they've made it clear they're not pursuing me this season. That's just not happening, he explained. This brings up another important point, the matter of other teams potentially being interested in him. 4 weeks now, commentators have been debating whether another team might be a better fit for him, speculating about what they would need to offer for him to sign. The athlete, however, made it clear that he's not concerned with what other teams might offer. "I'm not waiting for the perfect contract or some kind of big money deal. Since the beginning, I've been clear with teams that this isn't about money. I'd be willing to play for $10 million. "I've never suggested I need a contract worth 30 or 40 million a year," he stated. This directly refutes reports that suggested he was holding out for a huge payday. Instead, the athlete's focus seems to be more about finding a team that is a good fit for him, and more importantly, a team that he can fully commit to when the time is right. He's clearly interested in playing, but only when his personal matters are sorted out. And if that means waiting a bit longer, then so be it. During the interview, he also spoke highly of the team he's currently considering. He praised their coaching staff, especially the head coach, mentioning that he was more impressed with him as a person than he had expected. This is an athlete who doesn't often give praise freely, so his words here carry significant weight. He's clearly taken with the leadership and culture within this organization, and that's something fans should take seriously. "The head coach is even better than I imagined. I have a ton of respect for what he's done in this league," he said. It's hard to ignore these comments, especially since they come from a player who isn't known for making flippant remarks about the coaching staff or leadership of any team. One more thing that stands out from this conversation is the athlete's acknowledgement of a specific quarterback coach he has worked with in the past. He spoke highly of this coach as well, noting how much he respects the person's dedication to the craft. This connection suggests that, if things fall into place, this player would be more than willing to join a team with such a strong coaching staff and the right culture to match. All in all, this interview provided a lot of valuable insights into the player's current state of mind. It's clear that the Steelers are. As the interview continued, the athlete delved deeper into his mental approach to the game and the demands of playing at the highest level. He shared that, for him, the mental side of football is just as important as the physical. He explained that while the game can be brutal on your body, it is the mental battles that often take the greatest toll. You have to be at your best, not just physically, but mentally, he said. The moment you let the mental aspect slip, everything else follows. That's something I've learned over the years. He made it clear that, for the time being, his mind simply isn't in the right place to play. He admitted that, after a long and successful career, the pressure and expectations of being an elite quarterback had taken their toll. "It's not easy staying on top year after year," he explained. "You're constantly fighting, constantly competing, and it wears on you. It's not just the hits, the bruises, the aches and pains. It's everything that comes with being in the public eye. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has expectations." While he acknowledged the pressures of being a professional athlete, he also spoke with gratitude about the opportunities he's had throughout his career. He didn't shy away from discussing the highs, the big wins, the accolades, the moments that have made him a household name. But he also didn't gloss over the struggles and sacrifices. The years of injuries, the long days in the gym, the countless hours spent away from family and friends, the mental and emotional drain that comes with constant scrutiny. It's clear that this athlete has always been driven by a deep love for the game. Football has been his life for as long as he can remember, and he hasn't taken his time on the field for granted. Yet, with all that said, he admitted that the time had come to reevaluate everything. "Football is still my passion, but you have to be honest with yourself, and for me, right now, I just need to make sure I'm fully invested before I take that step back onto the field," he explained. This honesty is perhaps one of the most compelling aspects of his personality. He doesn't pretend to have all the answers, nor does he claim to know exactly what the future holds. Instead, he's embracing the uncertainty, allowing himself the space to figure out what comes next. "I don't have all the answers yet," he said. "I know I still have time to make a decision, and that's what I'm doing, taking the time I need. I've always been a player who values being all in, and if I'm not there yet mentally, it wouldn't be fair to the team, to the fans, or to myself." His commitment to giving 100% when he does return is something that stood out throughout the interview. He's not interested in returning just to collect a paycheck or to prolong his career for the sake of it. For him, it's all about being in the right frame of mind. "When I come back, I'll be all in. I won't take anything for granted. I'll give my best, and that's what the fans deserve." The athlete also acknowledged the conversations he's had with Steelers leadership, including the general manager and the coaching staff. He revealed that they've been understanding and patient with the situation, recognizing that, while football is important, there are bigger things at play. "They've been incredibly supportive," he said. I've had some really honest conversations with them, and I think they understand where I'm coming from. It's not just about playing the game, it's about making sure that when I do step back onto that field, I'm the best version of myself. This acknowledgement of the team's patience speaks volumes about the relationship he has built over the years with Pittsburgh's leadership. The Steelers have always prided themselves on being a family-oriented organization, and it's clear that the athlete appreciates that aspect of the team. He spoke fondly of the coaching staff, the front office, and the players who have been by his side throughout his career. "I've been fortunate to be a part of such a great organization," he said. "I've built relationships with so many amazing people here. The Steelers are like family to me." Despite the uncertainty about his future, it's evident that the athlete still has a deep connection to Pittsburgh. The city, the team, and the fans hold a special place in his heart. "The fans here have always been amazing," he reflected. "There's nothing like playing in Pittsburgh. The energy, the passion, the loyalty, it's something special. I'll always appreciate the support they've given me over the years." That being said, he was also quick to point out that the decision to continue his career is ultimately his own. "It's not just about what the team wants or what the fans want. It's about what I feel is best for me at this point in my life. I have to be honest with myself. I owe it to my teammates, my family, and the fans to be fully committed to the game if I'm going to step back out there." As for his potential return, the athlete remains non-committal, but the hope of seeing him back on the field in 2025 is still alive. "I don't have a timeline yet. It's not about making a decision for the sake of making a decision. It's about taking the time to make the right choice. When I know, you'll know. I won't drag this out. But right now, I just need to focus on what's in front of me." Throughout the interview, there was a recurring theme of gratitude. He's grateful for the opportunities football has provided him, grateful for the fans who have supported him, and grateful for the people who have helped him along the way. He spoke about the importance of those who have stood by him, especially when times were tough. "You don't get to where I am without having people in your corner," he said. "I've had some great mentors, great coaches, and great teammates, and I've learned a lot from them." As the interview concluded, the athlete made it clear that, whatever the future holds, he's content with where he is now. "I've accomplished a lot in my career, and I'm proud of everything I've done," he said. "If this is the end, then I'll walk away with my head held high. But if I decide to keep playing, I'll give it everything I've got. I owe that to myself, to the team, and to the fans." In the end, the athlete's words were filled with honesty, humility, and a sense of purpose. It's clear that he's taking the time he needs to make the best decision for himself. And when that decision is made, we'll know he's ready. The ball, so to speak, is in his court. And until then, we wait, knowing that whatever comes next, he'll face it with the same determination that has made him a star in the first place. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that could shake the league to its core. Tyreek Hill, the league's premier speedster and a generational talent, might be headed to the Pittsburgh Steelers. While no official move has been made, multiple league insiders have confirmed that the Steelers have shown strong interest in acquiring the Miami Dolphins star, and discussions are heating up behind closed doors. Hill, who has long been one of the most electrifying players in the NFL, could be on the move for the second time in his career, this time to a team hungry to return to championship contention. The interest from Pittsburgh comes at a critical juncture in the franchise's timeline. With a revamped offense under new leadership and the defense still among the league's best, the Steelers see Hill as the missing piece to elevate their unit from promising to dominant. After finishing the 2024 season just short of playoff expectations, Pittsburgh is determined to give its offense a shot of adrenaline. The front office reportedly views Hill not just as a deep threat, but as a transformational presence, a player who can tilt the field and demand game plans be rewritten. Hill's 2023 campaign was nothing short of historic. He led the NFL in receiving yards with 1,799 and tied for the league lead with 13 receiving touchdowns, earning yet another Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro nod. Even in a turbulent 2024 season marred by off-field headlines and a lackluster 9 finish from the Dolphins, Hill continued to flash his trademark explosiveness. With 400-plus receiving yards in multiple 100-yard games, he remained one of the most feared weapons in the game. But his public frustration following the Dolphins season finale, paired with cryptic social media behavior, has only added fuel to the trade speculation. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has always favored explosive playmakers, and Hill would bring a level of dynamism not seen in Pittsburgh since the days of Antonio Brown at his peak. For a team with a young quarterback still finding his footing and an offense in need of a true alpha receiver, Hill would offer an immediate solution and a potential nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. Though the Dolphins' front office maintains that Hill has not officially requested a trade, sources indicate that Pittsburgh is preparing a serious offer that could include a combination of high draft picks and a proven defensive player. The idea of Tyreek Hill donning the black and gold has already sent waves through the Steelers' fan base, with social media ablaze with mock-ups and trade scenarios. While any deal would require significant cap gymnastics and a mutual agreement between Hill and the Dolphins, the momentum seems to be building. For Pittsburgh, this isn't just a luxury move, it's a statement of intent. If the front office pulls it off, the Steelers won't just be playoff contenders. They'll be a legitimate threat to the AFC's elite. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.